is like millions of other farmers in Southeast Asia, tending his family's field, carrying water to the animals, and working hard to make ends meet. However, only a few months ago, 20-year-old Sakti was not working. Tempted by an increasing influx of illegal drugs into his native Cambodia, he had started to use methamphetamine. He spent most of the days hanging out with friends and bullying others in attempts to get money for drugs. Evenings were spent in karaoke bars where Sakti often caused trouble or tried to pick fights.
ពីមុនខ្ញុំធ្លាប់ប្រើប្រាស់ថ្នាំញៀនដោយសារតែថ្នាំញៀនធ្វើឲ្យខ្ញុំក្បត់ឧត្តមគតិខ្លួនឯងសូម្បីតែដោយ 1,500 រៀលក៏ខ្ញុំហ៊ានវាយយកដើម្បីទៅហ៊ានវាយយកពីសាសាឡាដើម្បីបដូរយកថ្នាំនេះដែរ
Today, Sakti is drug-free. He is one of the beneficiaries of the Swedish IOGT's regional project RIAN DAC aimed at reducing the abuse of drugs and alcohol among the population of 4 Southeast Asian countries. The project is implemented by local partners. One of the project objectives is to assist both communities and individuals dealing with substance abuse. Sakti recently decided to stop after using drugs for 2 years. The decision came when project staff and volunteers made him realize how much harm he had caused both his family and himself. The community also motivated him, offering assistance and forgiveness. IOGT RIAN DAC offered him training and a small loan to start a new life.
ខ្ញុំឥឡូវផ្ដាច់គ្រឿងញៀនខ្ញុំអនាគតរបស់ខ្ញុំចង់ប្រកបមុខបដើម្បីគិតគូរគ្រួសាររបស់ខ្ញុំនឹងដើម្បីខ្លួនខ្ញុំផ្ទាល់ហើយខ្ញុំនឹងបដិញ្ញាចិត្តថាខ្ញុំឈប់ធ្វើឲ្យពុកម្ដាយខ្ញុំពិបាកចិត្តបងប្អូនខ្ញុំពិបាកចិត្តទៀតហើយ
The abuse of drugs is a huge problem in Cambodia, and the country has become a crossroad for trafficking. To expand the market, drug traffickers target especially young people, and in a country where almost half of the population is under 20 years old, this has enormous consequences. The use of methamphetamine has been on the increase among teenagers during the past decade, and some statistics put the number of abusers at more than 350,000. Another important component of the program is therefore to provide the young generation with information about the consequences of drug abuse. This is done through the media and through captivating theatre performed by mobile teams traveling around the provinces. The plays also serve to counteract false information that using drugs will make the youth think more clearly, resulting in better grades at school. Growing plants like poppies has been a tradition for centuries among some hill tribes in northern Thailand. The opium extracted was used for medicinal purposes. But with a growing domestic and international market, production increased and became commercial. The hill tribes did not only find themselves breaking the laws, but also experiencing an increased number of drug abusers among their own people. Thanks to royal focus and support, opium has been replaced with cash crops, and Thailand is no longer a notorious drug market, although problems still exist. IOGT RIAN DAC has been working with the hill tribes near the Burmese border for a number of years. Focus has been on assisting the community in dealing with problems. Individual drug abusers are not singled out, but have become the responsibility of the whole community to assist and rehabilitate. Strengthening traditional values has made the community stronger in dealing with the impact of modern society. Today, the hill tribes educate their youngsters in the use and purposes of traditional tools, costumes, and handicrafts. This program has also meant that the hill tribes are more open to networking and cooperation. Today, members of the 7 different hill tribes in the network meet frequently to discuss different issues. Using Thai as their common language, they have not only removed prejudices among themselves, but also begun to learn from each other. Here, a group of Lahus is visiting a Karen village to learn about their way of forest management.
พี่น้องจังหวัดแม่ฮ่องสอนแม้จะมีหลายเผ่าเราก็เหมือนพี่เหมือนน้องกันรู้สึกให้เกียรติรักแล้วก็ให้เกียรติประเพณีขนบธรรมเนียมของแต่ละเผ่านี้เป็นความรู้สึกในใจผมแล้วก็รู้สึกภูมิใจดีใจมาก
การศึกษาบ่มีวันจบหลุมฝังศพคือจุดจบของการศึกษาสบายดีเพื่อนๆและบรรดาครูอาจารย์ที่ฮักแพงเจ้าสบายดีครูอาจารย์มีทักเป็นและการและเพื่อนๆที่น่า
In neighboring Laos, IOGT RIAN DAC is supporting live radio shows about drugs, alcohol and tobacco. Students from 14 secondary schools produce programs which are broadcast to their fellow students.
เป้าหมายได้ดีที่สุดเพราะว่าวัยรุ่นลาวเฮาสมัยนี้เนาะเมนมักฟังเพลงลาวเมนมักฟังรายการวิทยุลาวหลายฉะนั้นเฮาจะได้สอดแทรกทั้งความรู้ทั้งสาระดีๆทั้งความบันเทิงเช่นว่าความรู้เกี่ยวกับการต้านสิ่งเสพติดเพื่อเฮ็ดให้วัยรุ่นลาวเฮาหรือว่าเพื่อนๆเฮาภายในโรงเรียนเอาไปนำใช้ในชีวิตประจำวัน
On a rotation basis, the 14 schools also produce a weekly program in cooperation with Lao National Radio. These shows comprise advice and interviews and are live productions, making it possible for listeners to call in with questions and comments. A visit to Lao National Radio is also an opportunity for the students to get further training. Apart from gaining technical and journalistic knowledge, the students also train to perform radio dramas, often using humor to get serious messages across. The fourth country in the regional program is Vietnam. Reaching the young with drug information is a priority in the 2 communes, where IOGT RIAN DAC works with the Department of Social Evils Prevention and local organizations. Whereas the use of methamphetamine is an increasing problem in the neighboring countries, heroin is a bigger problem in Vietnam. 24-year-old Pham Bat Thuan was a heroin addict until recently.
Do bạn bè rủ dê, tính thanh niên cùng bột nữa, bạn bè rủ dê để chơi, đâm nên em nghiện. Em chơi là ngày nó có nhiều thì chơi nhiều, còn bình quân ngày 2-3 lần. Gia đình có gì thì có đồ thì mang cắm đồ. Sau khi sử dụng ma túy rồi thì em nghiện, đâm ra là gia đình là thiếu thốn mọi vấn đề là về tiền nong và vật chất gia đình là thiếu thốn hết. Và bố mẹ em bảo nếu không cai nghiện được thì sẽ đuổi khỏi nhà. Sau là em cũng tự cai nhưng mà không cai được.
After using heroin for 5 years, Pham Bat Thuan is now drug-free. Living with his wife and baby son in the countryside, he says that the decision to change his lifestyle came after motivation from the whole community and from his family, not least from his wife.
Trước khi cưới thì anh cũng nghiện rồi, nhưng mà xong rồi em bảo là thế anh chơi vời như thế, anh lấy vợ anh có thay đổi không? Thì anh ấy bảo là anh xác định rồi, nếu mà lấy em về để nuôi anh là một con nghiện thì anh không lấy. Nhưng mà anh xác định làm người rồi thì anh lấy em làm vợ thì sau này anh sẽ thay đổi. Em muốn giúp đỡ anh là chẳng hạn là động viên anh và thương yêu anh nhiều hơn.
The detoxification and rehabilitation take place entirely in the village, where increased information has made attitudes towards drug abusers change. The majority of the population in the area belong to two of the ethnic minorities in Vietnam. Proximity to smuggling routes, combined with poverty and low awareness about the consequences of drug use, makes people vulnerable. Therefore, the project supports the whole community, that is through small loans for income-generating activities such as farming, shops, food processing, and animal husbandry. Thuan has now found work as porter and laborer, but he also has a small field. His loan from the village fund has been used to buy a cow and a calf. He is one of 5 addicts in the area who have quit drugs and changed lifestyles, now again having the energy to care for and plan a future for his family.
Mong muốn lớn nhất của em là làm việc để có đồng tiền để nuôi con ăn học sau này.
Cứ mưa bò làm hú lê lo sư phu lê hú đó dân đó.
Han är en av miljoner andra bönder i Sydostasien. Sköter familjens jordbruk, bär vatten till djuren och jobbar hårt för att få det att gå ihop. Detta var dock inte bilden av honom för några månader sedan. Sokti, frestad av en ökad tillgänglighet av droger, använde då metamfetamin. Han tillbringade all sin tid med kompisar. På kvällarna gick de på karaokebarer, där Sokti ofta ställde till bråk och hamnade i slagsmål.
ពីមុនខ្ញុំធ្លាប់ប្រើប្រាស់ថ្នាំញៀនដោយសារតែថ្នាំញៀនធ្វើឲ្យខ្ញុំក្បត់ឧត្តមគតិខ្លួនឯងសូម្បីតែលុយ 1,500 រៀលក៏ខ្ញុំហ៊ានវាយយកដើម្បីទៅហ៊ានវាយយកពីសាសាឡាដើម្បីបដូរយកថ្នាំនេះដែរ
Idag är SIDA drogfri. Han är en av dem som fått hjälp genom IOGTs regionala program RIAN DAC som syftar till att minska missbruket av droger och alkohol i 4 länder i Sydostasien. Projektet implementeras av partnerorganisationer i varje land. Ett av syftena med programmet är att stärka byar och samhällen att själva kunna stå emot inflödet av droger och hjälpa dem i byn som fastnat i ett missbruk. Efter att ha använt metamfetamin i 2 år beslutade sig SIDA nyligen för att sluta. Beslutet kom efter att projektpersonal och byvolontärer besökt honom och talat med honom flera gånger. De fick SIDA att inse hur han skadat sin familj och framförallt sig själv. Hans familj och även många andra människor i byn hjälpte till att stödja och motivera honom. Genom IOGT RIAN DAC erbjöds han utbildning och ett mindre lån som en grund för en ny start i livet.
ខ្ញុំឥឡូវផ្ដាច់គ្រឿងញៀនខ្ញុំអនាគតរបស់ខ្ញុំចង់ប្រកបមុខបដើម្បីគិតគូរគ្រួសាររបស់ខ្ញុំនឹងដើម្បីខ្លួនខ្ញុំផ្ទាល់ហើយខ្ញុំនឹងបដិញ្ញាចិត្តថាខ្ញុំឈប់ធ្វើឲ្យពុកម្ដាយខ្ញុំពិបាកចិត្តបងប្អូនខ្ញុំពិបាកចិត្តទៀតហើយ
Drogmissbruk är ett stort problem i Cambodia och landet har blivit en knutpunkt för smuggling. För att utöka sin kundkrets vänder sig langarna främst till unga. I ett land där nästan hälften av befolkningen är under 20 år kan detta få katastrofala konsekvenser. Missbruket av metamfetamin har ökat bland tonåringar under de senaste 10 åren. Det finns statistik som säger att antalet användare och missbrukare i landet är mer än 350 000. En annan viktig del av programmet är att ge ungdomar information och kunskap om konsekvenserna av att använda droger. Detta görs genom radioprogram, video och forumteater. Forumteatern spelas av mobila team med ungdomar med olika bakgrund som reser runt i provinserna. Forumteater och drama bemöter den falska information som ges av langarna, nämligen att droger gör att man tänker bättre och därmed kan få bättre skolbetyg. Att odla vallmo har varit en tradition bland många etniska grupper i norra Thailand. Det opium som framställdes användes ursprungligen för medicinskt ändamål. Men en växande efterfrågan, både inhemsk och internationell, gjorde att produktionen ökade. Opiumet började missbrukas. De etniska grupperna hamnade i en situation att de både kom i konflikt med landets lagar och att antalet missbrukare ökade bland deras eget folk. Det är tack vare ingripande och stöd från Thailands kung som opium nu har ersatts av andra grödor. Thailand är inte längre ett stort drogproducerande land, men ännu återstår många problem. IOGTs projekt RIAN DAC arbetar bland etniska grupper nära den burmesiska gränsen sedan några år tillbaka. Stöd ges till byar så att de bättre ska kunna hantera eventuella missbruksproblem. Enskilda missbrukare ska inte pekas ut. Istället poängteras att hela byn är ansvarig att deltaga i rehabiliteringsarbetet. Genom att stärka byns traditioner och värderingar kan invånarna bättre stå emot negativa inslag i dagens moderna samhälle. De unga i byn får igen lära sig om gamla sedvänjor, material och kläder som till exempel vävning och korgflätning.